How's it going, everyone? Today I got a valuable gardening tip I want to share with you. This here is a roll of coconut fiber I picked up over at Amazon. It's 36 inch by 33 feet, which comes to a little less than $1 per square foot. Now, most folks are familiar with this material being used for hanging planters, also window box planters. It's a great way of keeping the soil contained in those containers. But there are some other really cool ways to use this material. I want to share with you some of those today. So first of all, this material is very easy to cut to size, so whatever the application, it's as easy as just taking a pair of scissors and cutting it to the length that you need. So for this square, I'm going to be using this to mulch around a young fruit tree I just planted. So I'm going to cut a slit down to the middle and then cut out a little section that'll fit around the trunk. Now let's go take this out to the garden. So this here is a young strawberry tree I just recently planted. It gets full sun, and this area I have a problem with some weeds coming up, and also the chickens really like to scratch up in this area. So I'm actually using this coconut coir as a sheet mulch. This is going to help to suppress any weeds that want to pop up. It's going to retain moisture in the soil, and it's going to stop my chickens from scratching in this area. So this is a really good way to actually use this material, and I think it looks quite nice as well. Now, another great thing about the coconut fiber is that the water just goes right on through it. So there's no puddling, and while I'm doing my watering, I'm not disturbing the top layers of soil either. It's acting as a protective layer. And you can see here the moisture's gone right through the fiber. Now you can use this technique for any type of tree, fruit tree, plants in the ground, so there's many different ways you could utilize this same type of technique. Now I want to share with you another example of how you can use this stuff. Here we've got a potted avocado tree. This is a half whiskey barrel, and what I'm going to be doing is just doing a quick measurement on the top here. We got 23.5 inches. Because I'm going to be making several of these circular coconut fiber pads, what I'm going to do is make a quick template. So I'm just sticking a screw right in the middle of this piece of cardboard. And I measured out half the distance, 11 3/4 inches, and tied a pin to a string, just made a quick circle. Now all I got to do is quickly cut out this template. And now just using a marker, I can quickly trace the template around the fabric. And now I've got a good outline to follow, so I can just quickly cut it out once again using the scissors. And I'm going to do the same thing, just cut a slit down the middle and cut a little circular area for the trunk of the tree. Now I'm just going to simply lay it on in the barrel. As you can see, it fits in there nicely. It's going to do a great job protecting this tree, retaining moisture, suppressing weeds. And as an added side benefit, this material could also work as a barrier, helping to stop fungus gnats from laying their eggs, which turn into larvae, and then can eat away at the young tender roots of your plants. Now I actually happen to like how this looks just as it is, but you could definitely put some rocks or some other type of mulch material right on top. But this technique could be used for any size pot, so if you got some potted flowers, some greens, some mint, this could also work very well for that. Now this material is completely biodegradable, compostable, so you can actually put this towards the bottom of your potted plants, or you can throw it in your compost pile or your worm bin. It'll break down and just become more soil in the future. Another great way you can utilize these rolls is by simply just rolling it out in an area where you want to start a new garden. Then you can go ahead and cut out little circles where you want to plug in your new plants or seeds. And using a tool like a hori-hori makes quick work of preparing the soil where you just made your hole. Now you can go ahead and plant in there. So I can see this being a great benefit, especially to those who have a hard time getting large amounts of free mulch like wood chips, or if you have a hard time getting cardboard. Just by laying down the coconut fiber, you take the place of both those materials. So besides these uses that I shared with you today, I'm sure there's other creative uses you could come up with to use the fiber. If you want to learn more about this product, be sure to check down in the description box below the video. I'll drop a link to where I picked this up at. Anyway guys, I hope this video was helpful or at least entertaining in some way. If so, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. New uploads every week, sometimes every day. And so with that, I want to wish y'all a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon.